the Python training session. Today, we are learning about exception handling in Python. What is an error? Error is a mistake in the program. Errors are divided into three different categories: syntax error, logical error, and runtime error. Example for syntax error is indentation, case mismatch, spelling mistake. Logical error, the program will not give the expected output for the given input. Runtime error, it occurs during the program execution. Runtime errors, we call them as exception. What is an exception? Exception is a runtime error. It occurs during the program execution. Python provides an inbuilt mechanism to handle the runtime errors or exceptions. Python uses try, except, and finally block to handle the exception. What is a try block? Try block contains the code which may generate the exception. So what is accept block? Accept block will contain the exception handler. What is the finally block? It contains the code that will be executed all the time. Now let us try to understand an example. Now in this example, try block contains the code which may throw the exception. What kind of code it is? Whenever I try to divide a number by 0, it will throw the exception. And except block contains the exception handler, and the code given in the finally block, it will be executed. Now let us see the example. Yes, now I am inputting the values for A and B, and I am trying to divide. Now there is no exception. Program is running normally. Second time, I will execute the program. Whenever in second value, I type it C. So what will happen? So now it is throwing the exception. How the code in the try block has thrown the exception. How except block will come to know about that. Whenever an exception is raised, an object will be created. Object of the exception class will be created. Except block will use that information to handle the exception. What is an exception class? Exception is a base class that will be used to handle all types of exceptions in the Python code. Next, we will try to understand about the raise keyword. So the raise keyword will help you to understand the specific type of exception raised by the code in the try block. For example, now what I'm doing, I'm just executing this program. So now there is no exception. I will change the x value to 0. Again, I will run the code. The type of exception it is throwing is 0 division error exception. To handle each type of exception, and also Python provides you with the inbuilt description for all types of exceptions raised by the code in the try block. Now, say I have assigned a text value for that x value. Now, the type of exception it is changed to type error exception. So, raise keyword basically will return an inbuilt description related to the particular exception in Python. Now, we will see try block with the else block. The code given in the else block will be executed whenever there is no exception. But whenever there is an exception, the code given in the else block will not be executed. So now let us see. So the else block code is not executed. So here with this example, we are concluding the exception handling topic. Hope you have understood this one. Thank you.